Hello, Seven Commanders. This is Hong Long with Hong Long Wuxia. And today, I would to broach a subject that I, for one, quite frankly, am tired of discussing or even hearing about, but which seems to be the overriding concern of nearly every one of the big elite streamers out there. Streamers who not just periodically, but seemingly on a weekly and sometimes even daily basis can think of nothing else to yap about. And my channel, being a tiny one, I don't get to shape the debate around the game, so that's why we're talking about it. And from the title of this video, y'all know that I'm referring to ship interiors. The craven longing for this feature by the big channels is completely all out of proportion to what it would bring to the game, and in my opinion demonstrates a complete and utter lack of vision by those involved. What they propose, and I might add not only propose, but incessantly whine about, is the ability to walk about one ship in the game. They bitterly and shrilly complain that the lack of ship interiors breaks immersion, while at the same time decrying those who don't want to traipse about an additional minute or two through their ship to get outside of it or back into the cockpit when something happens. They say, oh, there's a simple solution to that. There's a simple solution, and that's teleportation, without understanding that that would be breaking their coveted immersion even more. They claim that it's the most asked for development within the game.
Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
Yeah, that's because maybe the big channels, the big game influencers, spend more time lamenting the absence of ship interiors than anything else, many of whom couldn't shut up about the death of Elite when the game when ship interiors were not included in the Odyssey release, with a few of them even refusing to stream or create any Elite content because of it, calling for commanders to abandon the game and go to Star Citizen instead, a game that isn't even a game, a pay-to-win fiasco whose business model will most likely never allow a finished product to emerge. Go to this broken piece of crapula because FDev doesn't give a damn about my petty improvements that I want to have for the game. I might add that 4 years later, almost every one of them are back to streaming and providing content for Elite because, well, you know, it's the best space sim out there, bar none. And the trash they were trying to palm off on us was just that, a landfill of garbage. It should be pointed out again also that making ship interiors the #1 thing on their wish list is an unbelievably mundane ask and demonstrates a myopic vision of what the future might and should hold in store for those of us that love this game. Colonization has brought record numbers of people to the game. Does anyone really think that ship interiors would have or will do the same for the game? Seriously. Or that it will be anything other than a trivial add-on that without teleportation will become a nuisance to the great majority of players and perhaps even a game breaker for those people who have to actually work for a living. The fact is, ship interiors does nothing for gameplay, does nothing to improve gameplay, but it will waste quite a bit of a time while opening Elite up to even more pay-to-play options with interior ship design and so on. Ooh, I want a poster, or I want a painting on my wall. I want to paint the inside blue. I want a pool table in my ship. Blah, 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 blah. And providing ship interiors will take away from other, more important tasks for the developers, like making the game better by providing us with actual content. Gameplay content. The only real gameplay that can come from interiors would be fighting and boarding. And the last thing that the majority of players want is for their ship to be able to be stolen by a player who dedicates 12 hours a day and specializes in boarding and stealing ships. We want real gameplay add-ons, not cosmetic fluff, such as more developed planets, foliage, water, climates, the ability to land on and build on terrestrial planets, animal life and big game hunting on planets, owning capital ships, large player and NPC fleet battles, more intelligent alien species, intergalactic travel, terraforming, more ships, more varied SRVs, a ship design tool in which we can design our own ships and SRVs, and the list could go on and on, but other types of actual gameplay. Ship interiors as the #1 or #20 item on the wish list is for those whose imagination can only conceive of the most pedestrian things.